Okay, so we know from the directions on the previous page that we want the surface area. So this is a pyramid, so the surface area of a pyramid is going to be 1/2 perimeter times the slant height plus, I'm going to do this in blue, the area of the base. Okay, so most of these numbers are going to be pretty easy to find, but some of them are a little bit more difficult. So 1/2 the perimeter, let's do that one first. Well, the perimeter is the perimeter of the base here. And so we have 3 sides. They tell us on the previous page it's a regular pyramid, so that means that all 3 of these sides along the base are the same. So the perimeter is simply 18 times 3, which is 54. So our perimeter is 54. Now what about our slant height? Okay, well, that's this distance right here. And so if you see, that kind of makes a little, it does make a right triangle with a side of 9, a slant height, and a hypotenuse of 14 inches along here. So that means then that 9 squared plus our slant height squared equals 14 squared, which means that our slant height squared equals 14 squared minus 9 squared. 14 squared is 196. So 196 minus 9 squared, which is 81, is 115. And therefore L is the square root of 115. So now we're ready to plug that in. Okay, and I'll put that in red just so we can see where that number came from. And then we need to add the base area. Now this is going to be the trickiest part. Now the base area is an equilateral triangle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually draw a triangle over here on the side. And we know that it's all 18, 18, and 18. So if I draw in the height of the triangle, I get that, and I see that this would, if I draw in the height, I'd cut it into a side of 9 and a side of 9. Well, since this is an equilateral triangle, we know that all these angles are 60. Well, if this is 60, I could even write that in here, 60, 60, and then to cut these two in half, that'd be 30 and 30, and then this would be 90. Well, that makes this a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So if this is 9, that's what this is supposed to be here, a 9, and then the hypotenuse is 18, that means the height here is 9 rad 3. We need that because in order to find the area of this triangle, you have to use the formula 1/2 base times height. That is the area of a triangle. So 1/2, this guy's base is 18, and its height is 9 rad 3. We could simplify this just a little bit, right? So 1/2 of 18 is 9, so you get 9 times 9 rad 3, and 9 times 9 is 81. So we get 81 rad 3 as the area of the base. So that's what I'm going to plug in here. 81 rad 3. Remember that capital B always means base area. So you got to find the area of the base. You got to know your area formulas as well. All right, from here now, I got everything plugged in. The next step here is really just to go to the calculator. So let's do the square root of 115. I'm just doing this in my calculator off on the side, and I'm going to times that by 54 and then also times that by a half, and that gives me this crazy number, 289, about 289.54, plus the area of the base we said was 8 rad 3, or 81, sorry, 81 rad 3, which is 140 point about 30. And if I add those two things together, I get about 429.84, and it was all in inches, so we're going to say inches squared. 429.84 inches squared. All right, there you go.